Good day to you. It's Clive Maund of clivemaund.com. I'm making this video in less than ideal conditions in a hotel room. And today we're going to look at the incredible epochal breakout by silver on Friday. We'll start by looking at a chart which we looked at several months ago, which was what I termed the chart of the ages, which shows silver going back to about 1979, 1980. And on this very long-term chart, we can see a gigantic cup and handle pattern, which it only finally succeeded in breaking out of on Friday, which is incredibly good news. It's not good news for the world at large, of course, because it means that the silver price is going much higher, which will end up being reflected in the price of goods and so on. But for silver investors in silver securities, silver stocks, etc., it's incredibly good news because this enormous cup and handle pattern portends a tremendous advance, probably well into the triple figures, probably say to about $400 or so. We can see on this chart that the measuring implications of this long-term silver chart are that the price of silver will rise on this log chart the same height as the depth of the gigantic cup and handle pattern, which, as we can see, means it's almost certainly going up into, maybe to somewhere between $300 and $500 an ounce. Now we'll look at this is a chart that deserves considerable attention because this really indicates what's going on, and it's taken it so long to break out of this gigantic pattern. Well, I was 26 years old when this pattern started to form. So and I've had to wait a very long time for silver to break out of this pattern, but I can assure you I was doing other things in the meantime. But it's the implications are incredible. And my brother, who's an economic geologist, says that it takes many years to bring new dedicated silver mines on stream. So this is not a situation. This silver shortage is not a situation that's going to be resolved in the short term. Now let's move on to a short-term 6-month chart, which shows the actual breakout on Friday. And we can see that we had two big up days. Thursday it really started to move. We spotted that a week or two ago, a couple of weeks ago, I thought the pattern might be forming an intermediate double top. And that hasn't turned out to be the case, and instead the pattern morphed into what's called an bullish ascending triangle, and it just broke out on Friday. It started to rise significantly on Thursday. It broke out on Friday, and with a very big $3 move, which is one of the biggest moves I believe for years. And this is it. This is a big move, and it's going to trigger not just an advance, it's going to trigger a melt up because of the chronic acute shortage of physical silver. Now we'll move on and see how that rise impacted or how it was associated with the rise in gold. Gold didn't move all that much, but on Friday, you'll see on the 6-month gold chart that it did actually break out of the consolidation triangle that's been forming since mid-October. And although gold hasn't moved all that much so far, this is a very positive setup. So obviously, if silver melts up, gold is going to really take off strongly higher too. Now we'll move on to look at the effect or situation with the Market Vectors Gold Miners Index, ETF, which is code GDX, where we see that actually silver's breakout was kind of portended by GDX breaking out on Thursday of its consolidation triangle, and it rose a bit on Friday, but not all that much. But it's in position to break out to new highs. It still hasn't got above its October highs. That consolidation triangle, and it's just building up to it, and you can see the resistance at the October highs. Once it breaks above that, which is the strong accumulation line at the top of the chart suggests it's going to happen soon, it's going to fly. So there's huge upside still for gold and silver stocks. So, you know, you can buy them with confidence and don't be put off by the rises in stocks like Core Mining, Hecla Mining, Pan American Silver, and so on over the past few days, because there's much, much more to come. This is just the start of it, right? So I think that's the last one for now. I was going to include a copper chart. Copper is just starting to move too. Some of you might like to know, and we'll have a look at the copper chart in coming days. It's a bit of a sideshow for many of you, but it's interesting as well because it confirms what we're seeing in gold and silver. Anyway, that's all for now, and I'll bring you another update as soon as I can. So, but those of you who are interested, come over and subscribe to clydeborn.com if you're interested, where we've found some very good gold and silver stocks, especially silver stocks in recent days, which have taken off strongly higher. One of them we bought the other day is up 50% already. And I think it was Massive Silver or something like that. But we'll be looking at these silver stocks in coming days too. So that's all for now. Have a good week, and I'll be back to you soon with another update. Goodbye.